welcome back to Sprite Guard Plays Approaching Infinity. In the last episode, we kind of went around and tried to finish up a mission and weren't successful, and did a little bit of going over some old ground and talked a little bit about my hopes for the future. One thing that we accomplished is we have now gotten favor with the Gruff. They no longer attack us. They instead say, "We bow to you, respected elder." And so now what we need to do is head to a planet, and I've already lost track of which planet it was. I meant to leave that on the screen, but I ended up... Okay, 2514 is where we're going. So I believe, and I will need to get the mouse to be sure of this, I believe that's very near us. So it looks like it's that one. So that's where we will be headed. And let's see if we can complete this mission. I believe we need to exterminate the slimes here. I'm not sure. Are we... Oh no, we're looking for a navigational beacon. That was it. Okay. So, I believe we got a very good sword last time. Yeah, we have a sword that does 50 damage now. So, the way these missions work, we're just kind of crawling around the planet, trying to find a single tile that, it's kind of like the navigational beacons in that sense. And we're already taking some damage, so I think I'm going to actually take off and then land with a new landing party. So we'll have a full HP as we explore this planet. And we'll pick up some resources, and it looks like we've gotten poisoned, unfortunately, so once again I'm going to flee from here. It's actually very difficult to see the green creatures for me. And I'm not even entirely sure that they're green. We really do need a better weapon. This one has such short range. But I haven't really seen much on offer. Now that at least got us onto a mountain, which lets us see around a little bit. And if we know about these creatures, if we can see them before they get real close, that helps. We're running out of oxygen, so we want to get back to the ship. And let's see, it looks like we may have a breathable atmosphere here, but there's a risk of catching another disease. And that's not really something that I would like to do if I can at all avoid it. So for now we're just going to be exploring this planet, fighting its wildlife, looking for a navigational beacon. Being able to climb mountains is really going to help us, because mountains increase our visibility so much. So I think that that was actually a really wise purchase. I think it will make this mission quite a bit shorter. And there's our beacon. So now we just need to head back to the ship and find the banker station. And that shouldn't be too hard. I saw something on offer in one of the stores that would tell us where the banker station was in every sector, but it was very expensive, so I don't think we will be getting that anytime soon. But for now, I think we need to focus just on what's right in front of us, which is getting to the banker station, collecting the credits for that mission, and selling the stuff that we found while we were on that mission. And then we can figure out what we want to do longer term. My hope is that we will... What is that? I don't recognize that. I want to get the mouse and see what it is. A Gruff space station. Okay. And there's a historical monument. So this could be pretty interesting. So, Gruff Historical Monument. We started it all with the weapons we had, with our claws and our feet, and the rocks we could grab. We moved on to sticks with the sharp ends burnt hard. It was rival against rival for the resource we warred. Just one resource. That's interesting. I wonder what that means, if anything. Well, we can dock at the space station and see. You don't know what the Gruff call themselves, but humanity got their nickname just right. These short, bulky creatures move quickly about the hulls, jostling each other with no regard, all the while making animalistic grunts that may or may not be speech. So, looks like we're going to be able to do most of the same things that we do at any station. And we can even buy some crafting components, which can be very valuable. And then we can hire a geologist. I don't know what the geology skill actually does, unfortunately. That might be something that would be worth looking up. We can't afford this officer, though, so it's not really a priority. We can sell all of our commodities. And we can look at... it looks like we can really upgrade our spacesuits. Let's see what we have now. Grab, let's see, away team gear. We have 16 hit points, 63 oxygen. So that would be hit points up, oxygen up. I think this will actually, yeah, this will show a direct comparison. So we'll be able to carry more oxygen, take more damage, we'll have more damage reduction, and we'll be able to see further. So that looks very, very valuable. And synergy systems, very expensive, doesn't look that... it doesn't look that useful because supplies are not something that I ever find myself constrained by. So we're just going to get the spacesuit, and that's going to take our credits pretty far down again. We can sell our old spacesuit, but for so little money that it might just be worth crafting instead. We can get a Gruff quest. Now that you have won or respected, it's time to hunt the first trial understanding. Board shipwrecks and kill squither larvae that hatch from the purple eggs. Alright. So, let's see what we can do with that. That sounds like an interesting mission. It's certainly something that I have experience with. I would like to get a better weapon. And it's a little unfortunate that I didn't see a better weapon on offer, because we've had this surplus needle shotgun for a long time. It really does not have enough range. So, let us depart. And I don't know if there's a banker station in this sector. I don't know if there's only ever one station, or if we can expect to also find a banker station. If not, then we'll just have to go to a different sector to complete our quest. And it looks like there's not going to be one. It looks like that is the only station in the sector. I'm not sure why this rectangle is still highlighted. It looks like when I moved my mouse around, it just kind of got stuck there, which is fine. The mouse is off screen now. So I think the thing to do now is actually to head to Sector 8. And we have another quest there. And so we can gather some moss and turn in our quest. We want to go to 816. So that's going to be rather this way, I think. And I still don't know how to tell what section my ship is at without... this is 816. Great. So let's explore it. It looks like our sword is still doing a lot more damage than our gun. Yeah, 50 versus 36. There's the moss. Oh, there's a data pad. Let's see if we can get that. We might We might need boats of some kind to be able to get that, unfortunately. But that can be something for us to look forward to. And we're getting into a lot of combat. So, 3 members of the away team died on Sid Meier. The planet's called Sid Meier, I like that. So, this is going to be a pretty costly trip. And it may not actually be worthwhile. We might not actually gain anything from this mission. But we'll see. It's still possible that we can gain enough resources at least to... What is this star? All officers receive swim XP. Cool. So it's possible that at least financially this mission will pan out, but it's already been very costly from just kind of a human point of view. And so I'm thinking, do we want to abandon it? Do we want to see it through? And I'm really not sure. It looks like we might not be able to navigate this planet well enough until we get better gear. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to get everywhere that we need to get, but it looks like this is just like a lake and a river that we can get around. So we may yet be able to complete this mission. I'm not seeing a lot of the moss. I think we need quite a few of them. So I think we're going to take off again and look for the banker station. And it looks like we may actually have a chance to fight some of those worms as well. Yep, it looks like we're definitely going to have that. And so, I don't know if that, let's see, 6 out of 50 squither larvas. So we have quite a ways to go. But we have some more eggs. And it looks like the shotgun nature of our weapon is actually working out for us. And we got some scientific data. And now I want to get some oxygen, because we are running a bit low. Continue exploring. Achievement unlocked. Exterminator. Kill 100 planet monsters. $10,000 added to pay it forward. Alright. So, we're doing pretty well so far. So getting a little bit of area of effect like that is very nice. Alaquin's Guide to Unconventional Ship Weapons. All the current ship weapon developments all in one book. Read what the other races are up to, and now, with detailed procurement advice, digitally updated monthly and available at your local banker's kiosk. Get yours now. It looks like that's all that says, so we can't actually... I guess it was an ad for it, not actually the text itself. But it looks like we're finding a lot of good stuff. I'm not sure what this thing is. We can't pick it up. But it may actually have healed it. I wasn't really... It may have healed us. I wasn't really paying attention. But it may have been a heal point, which would be interesting. I didn't know that was a thing that was in this game. There's still a lot in this game that I don't know about. It looks like we just opened a cupboard and picked up some antimatter, which I wouldn't pick that up with my hands if I was the one making that decision. I don't know how you would even contain it or carry it around. So we're getting close to the end of this ship, and I don't think we're getting close to the end of our Gruff mission. That was 301 data there. So we still have quite a few squither larvas to kill, and not a lot of squither larvas left for us to kill. So we may have to continue exploring shipwrecks. And it looks like this did heal us, but someone may have died, which would explain why our hit points didn't go all the way full. I don't really know. I guess it's because the spacesuits have 24 hit points, so I would guess that it's every 24 hit points would be somebody dying. Which, I think that's an interesting mechanic. So, let's get out of here. Oh, the entire away team survived its mission. So I guess there was just a limit to how much that station could heal us. Alright. So let's continue looking for our banker station. And hopefully finish up some missions. I think we still don't have enough moss, but the hope is that we will be able to get a weapon that will make it easier to explore planets. There's our banker station. So we returned the navigational beacon, and that will give us 12,000, which hopefully will be able to get us some upgrades. But first we're going to just do the usual things here and buy some crafting supplies. We could hire someone, but I don't think that's a good use of money right now. And we can, of course, sell all of the commodities we found. And then, let's see, sonic rifle. So that has, it looks like minimum range of 2, maximum range of 4. But no damage to adjacent targets is, I think, what it's saying. But that could be valuable because it has a lot more range than what we currently have. And so it could make us more able to navigate. So here at the bottom, 109,000, this trade beacon is detect space stations and sectors. So that's what I was talking about wanting. I think that would be a good thing for us to have. It would speed up exploration, simplify it a lot, and make us less uncertain about whether or not we were going to hold out, because eventually supplies could become a problem. I don't know that they will, but as we get further into the game, that's a concern that I'm going to have. And then, so I think I am going to get the sonic rifle, and I think I'm going to go to the contracts office, travel to Sector 10 and locate a mysterious anomaly. I will accept that. And then I think we're going to head out of here. And so now we want to go back to the planet that we were exploring and possibly also explore this shipwreck. Achievement unlocked, salvage, dock with 5 shipwrecks. So we got more pay it forward money, which will be useful. Let's see, oh, we picked up some oxygen tanks. So that refilled our oxygen. And looks like we will have lots of these things to fight. And let's see, we have the sonic rifle now, so we'll be using our sword for close range, and then we'll be using the rifle for the longer range stuff. And our oxygen's still in a pretty good place. There's some supplies for us. And having this rifle gives me kind of some peace of mind, because we're much more able to hit things that are further away, and so we're much more able to decide the terms of our engagement. We picked up a cloaking device, so now we can sell one of those at least. And it looks like we've taken quite a lot of damage, but we all survived, so that was alright. And let's see, 47 out of 50. We only need 3 more squithers, so I'm going to dock again and try to clean up, finish out that mission, and then return to the Gruff station. And that will be on the previous sector. So for now, what we're going to do is try to finish out our exploration mission and get the moss. So once we got the moss, we'll probably head to this banker station and then to the Gruff station. And that will allow us to complete a couple of missions. It looks like we're picking up quite a lot. So yeah, this is going to be much easier with the rifle, because we'll be able to Well, except when we get into these little areas like this, they can be very dangerous. But we'll be able to hit things from a lot further away. We still need water walkers in order to be able to get the data pad on this planet. But that's something that is not as urgent. And we can still finish out... So that glowing insect is a big bad insectoid. And it seems to be very strong. And it seems to be giving us a bit of trouble. It kind of seems like it's a boss, almost. So we're taking a lot of damage. We're probably going to lose someone. One member of the away team died. Alright. So this has been a very costly mission. And I don't think we're finished yet. I want to check. Yeah, we've only collected 4 out of 8 moss. So we still need 4 more moss. And probably we want to get up onto these mountains. And that was a good idea because that let us kind of see the lay of the land. Target is behind cover, I see. So we can't shoot over mountains. But what we can do is kind of use the mountains to get a vantage point from which we can shoot. Alright, so that went pretty well. We still need 2 more mosses. But our oxygen is getting quite low. And it looks like the target is behind cover. Okay, so we can't attack that bug, but we're doing fine. We only need a little bit more moss, and there's another mountain that we can climb up onto. I want to kind of scope things out first. Make sure that we're not jumping right into combat. But then we'll just head up onto these mountains, and unfortunately we don't see any moss from up here. So we're probably still going to have to explore down this way, and we're already running low on oxygen, unfortunately. I would like to get better spacesuits, but I also think that now that we have a better sense of what's down that way, we can come up over this way, and hopefully, eventually, we will spend less time on combat. And then we will spend less oxygen that way. So, we didn't find any moss yet. We still need 2 more, I believe. This forest is very dangerous. But luckily we didn't take any damage there. But I want to be a little careful, because this is a situation where I could get reckless. And we're already out of oxygen, which is really unfortunate. Really frustrating, because we upgraded our oxygen, and we're still having this problem that we're not really able to cross large distances effectively. We're getting caught up in too much combat, and so being able to explore this furthest corner of the map is extremely difficult. And it seems like we're not even really making progress in killing these monsters. I think I don't know if there's like a fixed number on the planet, or if they just continuously spawn. My suspicion is that they just continually spawn, and that we're not going to ever get to a point where we aren't engaging in combat constantly, which means that we're never going to get to a point where we will be able to explore freely, because we're going to run out of oxygen very quickly. And we're also going to have to worry about whether or not we can get back to our shuttle without getting harassed. This insect thing is going to give us a lot of trouble. 3 members of the away team died. Mission lasted over 360 turns. So we managed to escape that just barely. We lost 4 crew in that whole incident, but I believe we have finished our mission. So we need to return to the Gruff station, and we need to return to the bankers. So that's ready for us. We can cash these in. Thank you for collecting irregular moths. We believe it will be effective in treating crimson dwarfism among the Lumoqui, which will increase our pharmaceuticals income greatly. Well, I'm glad it was for a good cause. It was a very costly mission. I don't think 13,000 is really enough. Let's see. Hire a full crew for 520. So financially, it did probably end up panning out. I don't think it cost us more money than it actually got us, but it had a very high human cost, and so I'm not really pleased with how that mission went, and I hope that we can explore more effectively in the future. We can get supplies that will allow us to explore more effectively. So it may be a good time to look at the outfitters and see what they have on offer, and unfortunately it's not really anything that appealing. So we may just want to head out of here, head to the warp point, and turn in our last mission. And then from there we will probably head back out to our quest. Now you see what they are like, but that is not the whole story. Sometimes squither larvae make it onto planets. So what kind of quest do they want us to do now? The giant squither's favorite food is insects, so you need to cover yourself in their ichor. Find some overgrown insects, go to Sector 9. Alright. This is pretty frightening, but it looks like part of our reward is a spacesuit, which could be very valuable. And let's see what the outfitters here have. Looks like nothing that's at all valuable to us. Medical bay could be very valuable. Increases crew survival rates. But we don't have, they don't have any like weapons or water walkers, nothing that will really make our exploration better. So this episode's gone on quite a while. I think what I'm going to do is leave it off here, and we'll see what we want to do. Probably carry on with the Gruff mission and the other mission. So we have 2 missions in store for us, and that's where we're going in the future. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I know this was a bit of a longer one. I would love to hear what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like, as that does actually really help out. Most of all, thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.